Addie sent this one, and thank you, Addie. It's a Yahoo Answers user who has chosen to remain anonymous, and I respect their choice, so they will get no name. They ask, if I break a wishbone by myself, right hand versus left hand, will I get my wish? My husband always gets the larger part of the wishbone. Always, and consequently gets his wish. He's wished for and received trips, cars, money, even a dog.
What?
Let me start over. He's wished for and received trips, cars, money, even a dog, which magically showed up after he got the bigger part of the wishbone. I, on the other hand, have gotten nothing. So I've decided to break the wishbone by myself. The right hand will have one wish, and the left hand will have a different wish. My husband says it is... The means of distribution of the two wishes to your two discrete hands is something I'm very curious about. If you whisper it into your closed fist and try not to let it escape. Anyway, my husband says it is totally against the wishbone, quote, rules, and I'll end up putting a hex on all our future wishbone endeavors. Can anyone offer any insight on the wishbone dilemma?
I sure can offer insight. Your husband wants to buy himself trips and cars and dogs and stuff, and he's already done it. And then he rigs a wishbone so that he wins. And then he's like, I didn't buy it, honey. The wishbone brought the car.
It's a complicated pulley system
Yes.
that he has attached to the back of his belt. He wins the wishbone. He starts walking backwards. The pulley releases the dog suspended from the ceiling.
Yes.
Miracle dog. Thank you, Wishbone.
And your husband knows that if you were to break it yourself, you would blow this whole thing wide open.
Yep.
I am not a vegetarian, obviously.
Okay.
I love meat.
Weird
don't-
time to make this kind of revelation, Justin, but go on.
Yeah. This is one
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could explain to turkeys. If turkeys did decide to ask me, like, are you sure about this, about the whole thing, I would say, like, yeah, I get it. Like, I need to eat you for sustenance. And they're like, okay, but what about the part where you wait for my dad's neck bone to dry and then you and your dad grab it and fight over it and break it in front of me and then make a wish on my dad's dried bones as you
What I can only call like a macabre sacrifice to your hope that, I don't know, your favorite football team wins or some such nonsense.
Like it's ghoulish. I would have a hard time. So, like, you didn't even call it by the bone that it is in the turkey. You're
Right.
calling it a wishbone. Wink? Nope. It's not. It's not that.
I couldn't stop thinking about this when I was looking at this Yahoo. This thought of, like, you know how in like cartoons and like some fantasy shit, there's like ogres or like the Uruk-hai in the Lord of the Rings movies, where you look at them and they like just fucking tear a little goblin apart and start gnawing on its bones, and you see that and you're like, barbaric. That's kind of what we do with the turkey's neck every year, it seems like, a little bit. It's kind of, maybe now we're the barbarians.
I mean, there was a moment, this was my first year making a turkey, roasting a turkey for Thanksgiving, and I did at one point put it on my hand like a Muppet. And I thought that was very funny, not thinking about the fact that at one point it was a living being who probably had friends.
So does the wish come true if you do it by yourself? I want to return to the idea of individual wish deployment. Do you write it on your palms? Do you hold it in your hand like a little butterfly and try not to let the wish go away? Do you have one wish that you clearly prefer, right? And maybe that's how the wishbone magic continues, is one of the wishes is like, I get a check for, $10,000. And the other one is like, I don't lose my car keys for the rest of the year, which you want the money, but either one's a wish.
It's gotta be a double blind kind of thing where like you put a whole bunch of wishes in a bowl, you draw two out, you put them in your shoes, you put the shoes on, you don't look.
Maybe.
Right? You can't, like, literally the right hand can't know what the left hand is doing. Right? But here's the thing. What you do, and this is what they don't tell you, you run the risk of the wishbone splitting perfectly in half and you die.
God. Yeah, that's what it would do.
Wow.
The genie comes out, strangles you.
Yes. If that kind of power was unleashed.
There's a genie just sort of riding around inside of every turkey's neck, just waiting for his chance.
Yep.
He's like, hey, I have a wish. As long as my neck can grant wishes, you know the wish that I have? Can you guess?
Do you think if a turkey like has an accident and a skateboard or something and breaks its neck, it gets its wish?
Oh, I wish I don't die. Oh, shit.
What?
Whoa.
I'm fine.
That's how they discovered it. Then we started harvesting them for their wish powers, and then we found out they were also delicious.
They were awesome to eat.
We should do something with the rest of this bird and not just use this one bone.
You're right. Thank you, Todd. Thank you for saying what we were all thinking. This is extremely wasteful. We're just digging this magic bone out.
There's got to be a better way.
Well, I mean, it definitely, if you got to think of this Occam's razor style. They see a turkey doing rad skateboard tricks. It has a tragic fall, snaps its neck, but then it gets back up. A wish has been granted. It's fine. I don't think the next step is eat it. I think the next step is let's explore the magical possibilities of the rest of the bones in this creature.
That's like if you saw Superman be invincible, your first thought wouldn't be, let's eat him.
Yeah.
You would get there eventually, but you'd probably be like, we should study him.
Can you use your losing bone shard to stab your husband right in the neck, and then you claim his winning bone shard and the wish he wanted?
Ooh. What if his wish was to lose at the wishbone?
Oh, damn. I know this riddle. You have to ask one of the wishbones what the other one will say.
Yeah.